Throughout human history, mankind has developed 6 simple machines. The purpose of these machines is so they can manipulate magnitude of force and distance. Let me show you what these 6 simple machines are. The first simple machine I would like to discuss is the lever. Here's an example of a lever. A lever consists of basically 3 things. We have the fulcrum, which is this rock here that is in purple. We have the resistance force, which is this large globe. It's supposed to represent the Earth in this picture. And through gravity, that is pushing down. That is the force of the resistance. And then we have the effort force, which is this man who's pushing down in an effort to push that globe up. So this is the force of the effort. So that's one example of a lever. It's one of the 6 simple machines. Another simple machine is a pulley. You can see it pictured here. It usually consists of some type of a wheel and typically a chain or a rope that comes up like so. Perhaps a person is over here on this side and they are pulling on this chain. That would be the effort force, and then over here perhaps there's some kind of a weight on this. That would be the force of the resistance. Pulley, the second simple machine. Third simple machine here is a wheel and axle. In this picture, the axle is here in the center, and then the wheel is, well, it's basically this whole thing that you see here. But specifically, the reason that you're using this is for the outside part of this wheel. So in this case, the effort, the force of the effort is here in the center. There's some kind of a motor hooked to that orange dot. And then the outside, the people riding in these cars, this is the force of the resistance. So the motor in the center is turning this around, this wheel, and the people are going for a ride. So that's the third simple machine that we're talking about, a wheel and axle. Fourth simple machine we're going to discuss here quickly is a screw. You can see there's lots of different screws here. Now let's focus on this picture here. In this picture, you're trying to get this screw to go down into a piece of metal or a piece of wood. So the part here that's touching the wood would be the resistance. And then if you were to take and attach to this a tool, and you're grabbing a hold of this tool and you're turning it, you're going to take that screw and it's going to go down into the wood, or it's going to go down into the piece of metal. So the force here of the effort is on the outside, and then the force of the resistance is here in the center. So that's a screw. Fifth simple machine is a wedge. Here's an axe. The head of the axe right there is the wedge. I'll give you a profile view of this. So basically what's happening is that purple there is the wedge part, and let's say this is a block of wood. The tip of that edge gets pushed into the wood, and as you slide this triangle down into the wood, it widens the wood out, and eventually you get 2 halves of wood. Because that wedge gets wedged in between and it splits it apart. So there's a wedge. And the last simple machine is the inclined plane. And you can see here basically what you use an inclined plane for is you're trying to lift an object, let's say here from ground level, up maybe a foot. Perhaps that object is very heavy. So instead of lifting it up a foot, what you can do with the inclined plane is you can put it at the bottom of this plane, you can push it up this plane, very gradual increase. And by the time you're done, you've moved it 5 feet. But the idea of moving it 5 feet on that plane is so you can get it up vertically 1 foot. So the 6 symbol machine here is this inclined plane. Please note, I named them in order 1 through 6. There's no order. There's not a 1st through 6. They're just 6 simple machines, and I just presented them in random order.